In a competition-driven world, potential college students can place these expectations on universities. Attracting students is more than offering an education.
I mean, well, I'm paying at that point, and I don't have to live there. So, I guess to me, the aesthetics of the living situation matter as far as being comfortable, like air conditioning and things like that, and convenient and in good usable condition.
And colleges have to adjust. As recently as 10 years ago, universities had all the power with incoming students because it was a buyer's market. Academics were at the forefront when attracting potential freshmen. Not anymore. Ohio University is a residential campus in an isolated area and knows it might be difficult to lure students to its small rural community. Director of Undergraduate Admissions Candace Bonninger understands students and families wonder about the benefits of a residential campus.
How does living on this campus differ from being at home in the comfort of their own family home? And then help them really make a choice to understand how can Ohio University be that college home for them for 4 years.
With an undergraduate acceptance rate of 75%, Ohio University has the fourth highest rate of all Division I public universities in the state. A 5-figure yearly tuition doesn't typically have parents jumping at the opportunity. An incoming Ohio University freshman will pay over $24,000 for tuition in fall of 2018. One way OU is working to set itself apart from other colleges, its dorms. The university knows it must capture students' needs and wants, or they'll look elsewhere.
We understand that when they are making an investment in a residential experience, that sometimes that's over and above what they might otherwise choose, whether that be going to a lower cost institution or an institution closer to home that allows them to commute, or perhaps enrolling in a community college in their local area.
Before making million-dollar investments, the university researches potential students and their tendencies. To better understand incoming freshmen, the executive director of Housing and Residence Life, Peter Trentacosti, seeks student input.
Ultimately, for us, I always say, I get to work here, but I don't live here. And so having student feedback is absolutely critical for us as we look at any project or innovation.
Housing and Residence Life focuses on planning, budgeting, and enhancing students' quality of living. Through surveying and hiring students, as well as attending student-centered meetings, Housing and Residence Life is able to prioritize student desires. Suite-style rooms, private bathrooms, spacious greens, and the Associate Vice President for University Planning, Shauna Bolin, was part of the team that turned those desires into Housing Phase 1.
Housing Phase 1 was replacing several South Green dorms with new facilities. It's in place today. There are 4 facilities grouped together with a central living learning center.
The dorms Tanaka, Luke's, Soul, and Carr were born. The new suite-style rooms are more than 250 square feet. That's 100 square feet more than the average room in the older residence halls. Though the buildings and suites are eye-catching, Housing and Residence Life is most proud of the role they play in OU's effort to reduce its carbon footprint.
The main focus was to make a project, a building that's going to last the test of time, and a real high-quality building. And while we're doing that, we want to make sure that we're following as many sustainable principles that we can.
Developing environmentally friendly buildings is a selling point for Ohio University. In 2013, former university president Roderick McDavis approved the Climate Action Plan. This established guidelines the university follows today using a program called the Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, commonly known as LEED. LEED evaluates the building's environmental performance through a point-based system.
A lot of projects that are going forward anymore, standards themselves are starting to catch up. LEED had been really driving some of these different standards to try to make people more sustainable in what they build.
Here's how those standards turn into practical changes in residence halls. This water fountain in the True House is old, and the water pressure almost has you putting your mouth on the faucet just to drink the water. At the True House on Back South, their community center has a CRT TV, 2 DVD players, one of which is broken, as well as a VCR. Did anyone bring their VHS tapes to college? Housing Phase 1 was only the beginning. The university is learning the pros and cons of the first project and adjusting them for Phase 2. For example, students want these suite-style dorms, but don't want suite-style prices.
One challenge would be, what exactly do students want and how do we create that environment while also trying to ensure that we're monitoring what that investment cost is. I think where we landed with the pod style was really a nice blend of what the students had asked for and what would be financially sustainable for that project.
Phase 2 is simply an extension of Phase 1, which will create more space on South Green by tearing down 9 additional dorms. The plan calls for rebuilding and bringing the new dorms together, leaving space for recreational use.
Able to create environments and sustain those environments for students. Despite how busy my work is, that's the stuff that gets me up every day, is to say, like, I get to have a part that I get to play that not only is in the here and now, but it's also going to stay standing for a very long time.
I personally would like to live in some places nice, as well as having a really good campus with academics, but for her it's less of like, I mean, she's not living there.